Greetings everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Master Tatiana. And today we are continuing our Numerology Series 1 to 9. So today we are going to be talking about LifePath number 2s, okay, coming together. So LifePath number 2s are actually known to be odd and even numbers. And the reason for that is because 2 has two ones in it that combined together makes 2. Okay, so let's at this time welcome the number 2 into our space. Yes, and just looking at the number 2, what do you feel in your body? When you see the number 2, what thoughts come to mind, right? Maybe you feel something in your body, or maybe a thought comes to mind. Maybe what comes to mind is pairs. 2, okay? 2 of everything. Balance, yes. In fact, the number 2 is usually represented by the scale. So I'm going to show you here a scale right here. There we go, there's a scale. Yes, so the 2 vibration is usually represented by an object of such. This is the scale, and the reason why the scale is here is because the scale is all about balance. Yes, and so when you think about balance, it makes sense that you think about the word neutrality. Yes, life path number 2. You are the neutral party, oftentimes confused to be the nurturers. Nothing wrong with that. However, sometimes when you describe a number 2 as a nurturer energy, they usually kind of, if you notice when you tell a 2 vibration nurturing energy, they usually will kind of sit back and kind of wait for you to finish. The reason for that is because usually number 2s are not necessarily the nurturers, okay? And I know some of you all gonna be here and be like, what? That's not true. I'm a nurturer. All right, I get that. Remember what I said. We are composed of different other number vibrations, okay? So you may feel that as a life path 2, that is what you are to be, a nurturer. However, there are traits that could be confused as the nurturer, which a number 2 is really good for. A number 2, if you look at the way the number 2 is formed, it looks like a very elegant, very peaceful, harmonious form. You can even kind of look at it like a dove, right? Ooh, that love, right? If you also look at the number 2, it also looks like a hook. Yes. So, of course, the dove, the heart, that's usually what we want to hear. But your best attributes come from that number 2 vibration looking like a hook. Yes. You number 2s are the supporters. You guys are the inspiration, accumulation of energy. You guys are the ones that behind the scenes organize everything. Yes, you get the thoughts, you get the ideas from the number 1s, and you actually place everything in order for the cultivation. Yes. So this is the reason why I say the number 2s are not really the nurturers. We cannot get it confused, and oftentimes we do. We get it confused thinking that, oh, number 2, you're supposed to be the nurturing, you're supposed to be the caring. In fact, most of the time, number 2s don't really care about children. They really don't. Number 2s just want to be able to assist. So they are about bringing things together, organizing together, and sometimes even having kids in the picture kind of distract them from what they really want to do. So don't eat me up and say, no, I'm a nurturer, no, I'm a nurturer. Understand that you can also be a number 2 and be very nurturing. However, number 2s, what you're truly vibrating at is neutral. That is what makes number 2 excellent for mediation. You are probably the one that your friends call when they're having a disagreement, when they are feeling indecisive. You are probably the one that could get people together. You are the one that can hear and be very open to what people are saying. You're not choosing sides. You're not pulling to this one more or to that one. You're just very neutral. And because you have that natural ability, people gravitate to you very easily. I hope I'm saying that right. You guys gonna notice that I'm not the best with pronunciation. When my number comes, you will know why. Okay? Number 2, you are an amazing listener. Naturally. Yes. And all of this comes from your natural intuition abilities. Your intuition is very heightened by nature. Okay? And there's no coincidence with that. Okay? You have very sensitive ears. Your ears are so sensitive that you can literally hear a nail drop or even a feather drop on the floor, and it will sound so loud to you that you will probably be the one to say, you heard that? You heard that? And people will look at you like something is not right with you. But you are convinced that you heard it. And it's because you actually did. The way that your ears are built, okay, you have very sensitive hearing. I would not be surprised if you go and get a hearing test and the hearing doctor tells you, you have amazing hearing abilities. You can almost be a superhero with your hearing abilities. Yes. So do not think that you're going crazy when you hear stuff, because you probably just really heard it. Okay. Number 2, you are so intuitive. That means that you have the ability to hear through feelings in your body. Yes. And for that reason, because you guys are very intuitive, you like to be behind the scenes. You do not mind being behind the scenes, because the fear of being in front of everyone just kind of like cringe in your body, just thinking about, oh my God. And the reason for that is because you may not know, but now you know that you are very sensitive. Yes. You, number 2, are sensitive. And they feel that coming, approaching, and feeling someone's energy may just knock you from the role that you're supposed to play. And because you are neutrality, you don't really care to be tinted with everyone's ideas and opinions about you. You like to be behind the scenes, and you like to support in that way. This makes you an amazing follower. Now, don't get confused. Following is an amazing gift that you have. You have the ability to understand people from a deeper level because you were in their level, okay? You understood. You walked their walk. You got to see what they did daily, okay? You got to awaken their experience within yourself. And so this made you such an amazing follower. Then when you were given more responsibility, you were able to speak out for everyone. Very easy, because you have that experience. And that's one thing that you have an advantage from all the other numbers. Life path number 2. You're governed by the moon. And the moon is the planet that in astrology, all matter of form of very round are considered planets. So please don't get confused like, oh, moon not a planet. Right? So You are governed by the moon. You are the element of water. And that explains the neutrality vibration that you guys offer, which makes sense. Water wants to bring everything together. Water wants to flow through everything. Through the rocks, the water could flow. You know, when you are water, you are every to connect with every and any one that comes across you. This also explains why people that are indecisive, holding conflict, holding resentment, needing to reflect, will easily come to you. Number twos, you are very flexible. And everyone loves a flexible person, right? Everyone loves to be able to come to someone and not feel their heavy judgment, their resentment, their bias against, you know, the person that is venting to you. And you have the ability to do that because of your flexibility, your insight, your intuition, and your natural wisdom within. And just like there's highs, there are also low vibrations in number twos. Okay. Number twos, you may sometimes be looked upon as if your understanding of love is unrealistic, and it makes a lot of sense coming from another number that probably never understood what it was to receive the love that you offer. Okay, so it's not that your love is unrealistic, it's that other numbers just had a different experience when it came to their own care, their own need, some voids that they have within themselves that they haven't tapped in. And so it's easy for them to just feel that your love is just something out of this world they never experienced, and you may just be taken advantage because of that. You are also known to giving too much. Meaning, sometimes when you are in relationships, you feel like because someone lacked a certain experience in their life, that you have to overcompensate for that. And you go ahead and you give too much. You even give when you no longer have. Yes. And so you get other people used to that. And so when you get into this place of resentment and feeling not appreciated, you just want to stop in the middle of nowhere, and everyone's like, what just happened? This is just you. This is what you've always done. Number twos are the neutral parties, right? It makes sense that if you are among someone that you could identify so much with them, and if you stay in that vibration for too long, you can lose your superpower, which is your intuition, your ability to stay neutral and centered and not lean too much to one side. Okay, this is where you number twos need to always be. You need to practice being here. Okay, if you go too much here, this goes higher, and this is when we lose ourselves and find ourselves getting frustrated in life. When we are out of balance, we can display behaviors of childish. We can also be very blunt with our words. And we can also be needy, very clingy, feeling that you need to give me attention, come to me, me. You may feel that you need approval, right? So when I say that you may feel like you need approval, doesn't mean that you want to be in the front line. That doesn't mean you want to be in the spotlight. Understand, guys, that are with a number two right now, that what a number two wants is that you acknowledge them. They don't care about the world acknowledging them. They care about those that they are helping acknowledge their effort, that acknowledge them for what they did with you. Not for you, but with you. They don't want to feel necessarily like they're the worker. They don't necessarily want to feel like they're the worker and they're working for you, but they want to have that sense of collaboration. That's what number 2s are. They are collaboration, they are trades, they are partnership, they are friendship. That's what number 2s are. They don't want to see like, oh, I'm working for you, because they know that they have a important role. Actually, number 2s, you have a absolutely important role. And I want you to know that being a neutral party is by far one of the best traits you could have in all the numbers. Yes. Number 2, you are the decision makers, okay? You are really good with just trusting your intuition and making a decision that will benefit all, okay? So usually when you are feeling out of whack, okay, you feel a lack of indecisive energy. Like it's hard for you to make a choice, okay? And then you start seeing things around you looking disorganized. And that is not a number 2. When you feel that everything is all over the place, this also is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. And remember that everything around you is a reflection of what's happening inside. So please observe, if you are able to, if you have your eyesight, please observe around you and get a glimpse of what's going on inside of you, for you could regain your superpower again. So what happens when we are following the flow of everything that we see happening outside of us and not acknowledging that it's really starting from within us? You may experience conditions of respiratory related or circulatory related. Disclaimer, guys, I am not a doctor. However, I had worked with several numbers and this is what I had seen a lot in my LifePath number 2 vibrations. Okay, they have shoulder aches, okay, back aches, okay, and all of that stems from respiratory issues. It also stems from kidneys, lack of kidney stimulation to shoot up cool energy to help the breathing flow of the breath coming into the body. Okay, so you end up having stiff shoulders, hard chest compress. So you may even experience lower back discomfort a lot. And if you feel having ice cubes on your back that haven't been melted. So that's why stimulation of your core is very, very important to stimulate your gut. Okay, so another thing is number 2s, you may even experience a lot of intestinal issues. And gut health, guys, is your intuition. Yes, you guys are very intuitive because you're so neutral, right? Because you're so neutral and you have the ability to just hear things out, very sensitive to the feeling through the 5 senses. That neutral space activates your intuitive side to be very heightened. So sometimes if we suppress this gift, or we doubt the gift because maybe people have been telling you for a long time, you're hearing things, you're crazy, you're ridiculous, then you may unconsciously start to suppress. And this will cause you to have intestinal issues. You may experience constipation or bloody stool. That's why it's highly recommended for number 2 to start incorporating juicing into your life. Yes, you want to go through some juicing, not necessarily like drinking a lot of water, because you may feel like, oh, I drink a lot of water, but water is your best friend. Okay, so I do recommend that you do intake a little bit more water, but just know what type of water that you're taking in. Another fun tip for number 2 LifePath numbers, understand another thing. because you are ruled by the moon, you are ruled by emotions, you are connected with water energy, sometimes you may find yourself to be a little bit stiff, right? And this is why I highly recommend movement. Okay, you may call it dancing, or you just may call it having fun. Yes. So number 2, it's highly recommended that you do some movement exercises, that you work and you move your body until you start to sweat. This will help to move the knots in the body that is blocking the energy flow through your meridians and the acupressure points of the body. If you like martial arts, whoa, I recommend that you do Tai Chi. Ooh, I love Tai Chi. I'm also an instructor for Tai Chi. Non-combative martial art. Okay, because you're not about fighting. You're really not. You're totally out of your element when you are in a combative space. Okay, you're not about fighting. You're all about bringing things together, and that is what non-combative martial arts do. Tai Chi really allows you to connect with the flow of life in this rhythm that helps you to return back to the vibration of harmony, because that is what you are. You are harmony. You are bringing things together. This is what you are. So number 2, just remember you are the heart. Yes, you are intuitive, you are insightful, you are warm, you are understanding, you are compassion, but most importantly, you are inspiration. You inspire people. You have the ability to help people to accumulate that energy so grand and so big that they could finally make a choice. You are the decision maker. You help people make decisions. You help people return back to their intuition, trust their gut, and help them to reflect on what it is that they need to reflect on to be the greater version of themselves. So not too much the nurturing energy. We just say the nurturing energy because by nature, number 2, you are the supporters. You are the amazing listeners. Your ability to follow and to learn in that journey is something to admire. It's something to want. It's something that many people want to emulate, and they should. Okay, so number 2 vibration. My birthday falls on the 20th of July, so I hold a lot of the number 2 vibration. I'm also known to be timid and shy and introvert. That's what number 2 can be as well. Okay, so if you feel like, well, I'm a number 2, but I have leadership roles and I'm really good at it, just understand that you are composed of other numbers with the combination, with the consideration of your name and your actual birthday. So maybe you were born on November, maybe you were born on the 1st of January. So you have a lot of that number 1 vibration inside. Maybe your names have a lot of 1s, but your life path number is just the destination that you're trying to achieve. That is what a life path number 1 is. Okay, it's not that that's who you are. These are just characteristics, vibrations that we are combined of to reach our final destination, which will be your life path number, your destiny number. I feel such a neutral standpoint right now. I really feel that. I feel very neutral. I don't feel like I'm choosing sides or anything like that. So actually making these videos are helping me to tap into every vibration that I'm also a reflection of, and just knowing how to utilize these traits when I'm also having my own sessions. Okay, so I have worked with many people, so this is why I know the things that I know through my experience and through my studies. I have enriched many things, and I want to be here to share with you all these amazing things about you that you should know to help you in your journey of being your greatest and best self. So with that being said, I hope that you all subscribe. You can share this video with your friends and family, and please comment below letting us know about you as a life path number 2. And if you know anyone as a life path number 2, share what you have observed some of their characteristics to be, the things that you love from them. Okay, and then share this video with them and kind of see what they think about it. I love you guys. May you all stay neutral, light, and blessed. Bye, guys.